Hello, everyone. This week's Parsha is Parshat Haazinu, which it's a very strange Parsha in that it is almost entirely Ishira. We read through the first six Aliyot, and we see this song that we were described in the previous Parsha of Parshat Vayelech, and now we get to the actual song itself. It goes through a whole history, lots of different events, the cyclical cycle of Bnei Yisrael behaving, and then eventually worshiping Avodah Zarah, and then a God saving them. Now it's interesting; it doesn't go into so much detail. So we're gonna look at one quick Ramban at the end of the parsha, but the Ramban sort of wraps up what happened inside the Shira. It's interesting. I heard this from a friend once when I guess I was learning this parsha 2 or 3 years ago, and he mentioned that it's a very strange parsha to read through, which it really is, very poetic in nature, tough to understand, perhaps. So with that unique parsha and with that backdrop, we could sort of dive into one of the psukim which discusses Ki Asal Shemayim Yadai Yadi V'Amarti Chai Anochi Le'olam. The sort of end of the song, which the Ramban focuses on this phrase Chai Anochi Le'olam and what exactly is going on. The Ramban says this is lashon shvua, that so to speak, it is as if Ki Asal Shemayim Yadi. It's as if one is lifting their hand in order to make a shvua. So Hashem is sort of having the shvua that through this shira being sung through the generations, it will be held true and relevant and ring through the heads of Bnei Israel for all future to come. Now, I saw this from a friend, actually another friend, Matan Goldman, also a friend from Gush, who mentioned this idea as well. In his Devar Torah, he wrote that this idea of a song is something that's being able to be catchy, something that's being able to play in your heads, is something that holds true for every sort of culture of having the value of song and something that's passed on through generations, and how we have the ability to revive a song, even though we might not know the exact words, it still has meaning to us. I think we see this in the words of the Ramban as well, in a different angle. The Ramban writes at the middle of his Perush over here on Pasuk Man, Rak Hishtar Edut, Shenasa Harot Benuchal. The Ramban writes that this is nothing about details, so to speak. It's not about a contractual where there's a t'nai condition that if you fulfill it, then you'll be rewarded. If you don't fulfill it, then you'll be punished. If you do not follow and do avodah zarah, or whatever it may be. Now, this is something different than the rest of the Torah, and that Hashir Hazot, this song is something that's pure an expression that something will occur to us. The future will unravel. It does contain the future. Shna Saharaot. Unfortunately, we will be exiled. Things will occur, but Israel will face this evil. Venucha, we can overcome it as well. V'shuit barach yasa banu atochachot chema, abalo yishbet yashbit zichrenu, v'yashuv inachem, v'yiparei min oivim v'charbo, hakasha v'gedola v'chazaka. That we will be exiled, we will be punished. God will rebuke us, b'tochachot chema. But that being said, we will not be forgotten. And that's really what the song is trying to express, maybe. Ramban is pointing this out. That is something that goes on. It's something that will exist forever, something that's always pertinent and relevant and ringing in our heads. And this idea that we will be redeemed and there will be this idea, and maybe that's why the song Ramban is mentioning is not so much about agreement or t'nai or even a detailed story. It goes through some history. But there's something more to it, something the idea of the song itself, the song of Bnei Yisrael for them to remember for the future. And with that message in mind, Bnei Yisrael is able to, so to speak, enter into the land exultant, as they have a song, they have a purpose, they have a vision, they have a meaning, and with that meaning, they can carry it forward. And as the Ramban wrote at the end of the Parsha, that Moshe is now held at the edge of the land. He's singing into Bnei Yisrael, singing into Eretz Yisrael, the land that he will unfortunately not be able to enter, though Bnei Israel will enter the land carrying on the song. Have a good Shabbos, everybody.